Hey everybody, it's Nate here with Goalie. If you don't already know us, our mission is to build tech tools for families with neurodiverse children. A lot of our families depend on Medicaid waivers to get the help and services that they need. This video is part of a series where we research these programs state by state and explain them to you jargon-free. Our goal is to help families like yours navigate this difficult process and get the help and coverage that you need. Hey everybody, it's Nate here with Goalie. Welcome to our state-by-state Medicaid waiver series where we talk about the Medicaid waiver process in all 50 states. Today we are talking about the state that has the coolest state song. I'm talking Country Roads by John Denver. We're talking about West Virginia. Take me home, Country Roads. All right, let's hop into it right now. Let's talk Medicaid. All right, so first of all, where am I? I'm currently on Goalie's forum page. To get here, you're going to type in forum.goalie.co. Once you do, you'll be directed to this page right here. On this forum, we talk about all kinds of helpful things. So they're just general parenting and life advice, some Goalie tips, tech support if you need it, and of course, our government waiver section. And so let's scroll all the way down here to West Virginia and talk about the Medicaid process in West Virginia. All right. So we're going to be focusing on two waivers today. The first one is the Children with Disability Community Service Program. Quite a mouthful. It's also known as TARFA. That's what we're referring to it for the rest of this video. Okay, who can apply for TARFA? So any child under the age of 19 who is diagnosed with any type of severe disability can apply for TARFA. West Virginia requires that individuals need at least an intermediate level of care to qualify. However, if your child requires additional levels of care, such as a nursing home level of care or a hospital level of care, you can also apply for the TARFA waiver. There is a technical definition for what an intermediate level of care is, but to simplify it and explain it, intermediate level of care typically applies to individuals who just need help and support and supervision getting through their everyday routines, and everyday tasks. Nursing home level of care it's the next step up, and you need a nursing aide and someone by your side at all times. And there's a hospital level of care where you need to essentially be institutionalized. This waiver covers all of those levels of care, but most Goalie families fall under the category of intermediate level of care, which is why we're talking about that and specifying that for this video. Okay, now what are the income requirements? So income eligibility is based entirely on child income, not parental income. This means that you should be eligible as long as your child doesn't have an income, which if they do, power to them. Okay, what do you actually get? So the way that TARFA waivers work is that they actually allow families with typically higher incomes to receive Medicaid benefits for their child and eligibility to be waived. So this means that you'll receive basic services that are provided by West Virginia Medicaid. So things like dental care, emergency transportation, inpatient and outpatient treatment, some medical equipment, et cetera, but you're just getting basic Medicaid coverage that would be provided if you qualified prior. Okay, so how do you actually apply for this program? So the way to apply, there's really not a lot of information online. We'll get to that later when we talk about what the Goalie team thinks in our scorecard. But what we could find was you need to call the program office. That number is 304-776-7230. Once you call them, they'll be able to walk through the process in a little bit more depth, but they really just want everyone to operate over the phone, and there's not a lot of information on their website, unfortunately. Okay, let's talk about the second waiver, and the second waiver is the Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities Waiver. Who can apply for this one? So it's the exact same eligibility requirements as above, but the only disabilities that are permitted are intellectual and developmental disabilities, and all ages can apply. It's not just under 19. So this is specific to people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and it's specific to teenagers. No, sorry, it's not specific to teenagers and children. It's specific to all ages, so anyone can apply for this. Okay, what do you actually get? So back to the failures of the West Virginia website, but there's really not a lot of information about the services that are provided. We found a Medicaid.gov description, but these are really typically outdated and inaccurate. So know that when you're reading this list, this is the list provided by Medicaid.gov, but we don't know how much of that information is accurate. So we're sorry to put out maybe not true information, but it's the best we can get our hands on because of the inadequacies of West Virginia's website. Okay. So how do I actually apply? So the way to apply for this program is to contact the program manager of this waiver. That number is 304-356-48
5453. Additionally, if you want to click on this hyperlink, it will take you to, and it'll provide an email that you can also email that person if they're not getting back to you over the phone. Again, there's no real online information, so you have to do it primarily through direct contact with program managers, which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, what does the Goalie team overall think of West Virginia's Medicaid waiver process? So West Virginia's website is comically bad. It lacks almost all relevant information and literally provides a single contact and a phone number to call, which is not how you should be doing this Medicaid waiver process in the slightest. Additionally, West Virginia has a waiting list of around 1,000 people. We're unsure how long it takes to get off of it in terms of years, so if you have that information, please let us know. The waitlist has formed over the last couple of years due to budget cuts. The governor of West Virginia originally said that he wanted to eliminate that waitlist, but it seems like the program has not received the $19 million in funding it would need to eliminate that. So unfortunately, there still is a waitlist. Okay, so let's rate it. Let's go to our scorecard. In terms of website clarity and ease of navigation, it comes with no surprise. We give this a 0 out of 5. It really isn't good. It really isn't okay. It really isn't fine. It's just terrible. There's not a lot of information. It's hard to find it, and the only real way is to call somebody. In terms of access and requirements of qualification, we gave that a 2 out of 5. A waitlist of 1,000 people is never good. It's clear that there are funding problems and more money needs to be funneled into this program. This makes it so that people can't get access to coverage right away, and it's not accessible. In terms of actual healthcare coverage, we give that a 3 out of 5. It seems okay. Again, there was not accurate information on their website, so it's really hard to judge, but we're assuming that, especially for the tariff waiver, that coverage will be about average to what other states provide, as a tariff waiver is pretty general across states. Okay, so we do hope that you found this video to be helpful, but know that there are some other great resources already out there, not the West Virginia website, but other resources besides that. So we decided to link to a couple of things down here. The first is a guide. This is kind of like a brochure guide to accessing services in West Virginia. Additionally, there is on this map right here, you can find specialized service providers for autism near you, and kind of see what other services are provided around you. And lastly, there's West Virginia Parent Training Information organization that can be really helpful and provide additional helpful information. If you want to talk over the phone, there's additionally, you can contact West Virginia's Medicaid services number at 304-558-1700. And it's a good place to get started on this process, especially if some of these other numbers don't get back to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it helpful, and good luck navigating West Virginia's process.
If you've gone through this process yourself and can add any color to our research, please share your experience in our forum. Your help would be greatly appreciated by families who are new to this. If you're just getting started yourself, don't worry. We're here to help. If you have any questions, ask them in our forum and we'll do our best we can to support you. And lastly, if you found this video helpful, let us know. Drop a like or leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you.